What's up, everyone? Welcome to Kava and Kettlebells. This is Charles.
Hey guys, this is Heidi. Today we are doing a review on Fiji Vanua Kava brand, and we are reviewing their Kava Gummies and their Kava shots.
Yeah, so these are two new products from Fiji Vanua, and Fiji Vanua is becoming probably like an industry standard as far as kava within the kava space. They make excellent kava. All their traditional kava is, I would say by far probably some of our favorites.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like we always have a bag on hand. It's smooth as far as kava goes. Like it tastes good and it hits good,
Yes,
and that's the important part.
It's very good. Now, this is pretty cool. I'm actually pretty excited to talk about these because when you go look at, the whole kava industry and the kava space and all the products out there, you have like your traditional kava, which is like unflavored and all that. And you have, your tinctures and your capsules, which use an extract. And then you have kind of like what I call like the fun products, right? Those are like the kava seltzers that are flavored. Those are like the kava shots, all that kind of stuff. Most of the fun products use kava extract. And I'm not saying that kava extract does not work. It's just a different experience than real kava.
Yeah, and I think the key word there is different. And that's why a lot of people, it's of course, kava, the biggest barrier of entry is the way it tastes. It doesn't taste good. It's all about how it feels. You're supposed to chug it and just enjoy how it feels. And so having a seltzer is a really great way to ease yourself into kava, but the feelings are very different. The feeling of a kava extract is very different from the feeling of medium grind kava. And it's not like it's bad. There's a time and place for it, like we said, but
it's just different.
Yeah, it's just different. And to have to say that you've truly experienced kava, you need to have experienced all the effects, not just extract effects.
Yeah. Now, so what Fiji Vanua did was they just made a shot and they made gummies. But here's the thing, no extract. This has actual kava in it. So for both of these, they use dehydrated kava. Now, what's dehydrated kava? That's, you might hear as called instant kava. And that's just like kava that you buy. It's in the powder. And you just mix it up right with a spoon. Versus the other powder, it's called medium grind. That's we had to put into a strainer bag and strain to make the drink.
So the instant kava is where someone already did the work. They already strained it and made the kava. Then they dehydrate it. And so you still get those effects. It's just they took all the work out of it for you.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. All the work out.
Yeah.
But so then what they did is like they made gummies and shots that are both flavored and they taste really good. But they used dehydrated kava. So no extracts. There's no other companies out there right now that are making these, little RTDs, 2-ounce shots that do not have an extract in them.
Yeah, and there are some kava shots that are just kava, but a lot of them, most of the shots these days, I feel like are a mix of kava and kratom. And so it is, those are two very different feelings. It's okay if you want to mix them, but when you just want the feeling of kava and you don't want the extracts, I'm so excited that they came out with this because they feel really good. So let's kind of get into it. These are actually, the shots are made with what's called green kava. Now, if you have been following us on Instagram, we have done a shout out for drinking like the fresh green juice. And it's very different from actual kava. It actually tastes a little sweet. Whereas
it's almost like cucumber
water. Yeah, like the straight green juice, as they call it, it tastes like cucumber water, like so freaking good. And so it's the way they mix it with the flavors, I think there's coconut.
Yeah, so this one right here they're pineapple flavor. So it's called the Vanua Bliss kava shots. And what they're sweetened with, so again, it's dehydrated green kava juice and it's pineapple flavor. And then as far as what else is in there, it's sweetened with stevia. And then obviously like to, make it into a shot, they put water in here. Purified water, right? And then, all right, so how much kava do you get in there? So you actually get a full gram, so 1,000 milligrams of the instant kava in the shot, which is actually a pretty decent serving to fit into a little 2-ounce bottle.
Yeah, and so for me, the biggest con would be it was actually I don't like things super sweet. And it was actually a little too sweet for me. It's still good, but when you're going into drinking kava, you're not expecting it to be sweet at all. And this was sweet. So that's a nice surprise for people who really enjoy that sweetness. And it was still good, but it was just like a little too sweet for my liking. But again, I have a very bland palate. So
yeah, you do. But also what I did was I added one of these shots to a traditional shell of kava to kind of dilute it a little bit. And it made my kava taste really good.
Yeah.
But just as a shot alone, like to throw these into, like a gym bag, you're traveling, you're out on the run, to get like an actual kava experience versus an extract, definitely a game changer.
Yeah.
And, we haven't seen this, and Fiji Vanua brought this out. And I think this might, set like the precedence going forward for other companies to now, still maybe offer extract shots, but look at other ways to get, real kava, the actual kava, into a shot form as well.
And I thought the flavor was just really good. So it's pineapple based, but the way that the pineapple blends with the natural flavor of the green juice, it almost brings out like a vanilla undertone. And so it tasted like, I don't know, like a creamy, tropical, wonderful deliciousness.
All right.
That's what the label should say.
As far as the gummies go.
All right.
So these gummies are
amazing.
Yeah,
like
addicting, to say the least.
We had to hide them because our kids kept trying to sneak them. So good, and you actually feel it. And that is our biggest complaint about a lot of the gummy products out there is they taste good, but you don't necessarily really feel anything. They just taste good.
Yeah, slammed in the whole bag.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of the bag, all right, so how much do you get in here? So you actually get 20 gummies per bag. So decent, amount.
I think that's a decent amount. And like one gummy, like you definitely feel it. I think, the bag will say to just have one. I think it says you can have 3 throughout the day. I think, from my opinion, I'm telling you this, not the bag. You can have 2 and definitely feel it. Like if you had 2 in one sitting and you're used to kava, you drink it regularly, then 2 gummies and you definitely feel it.
Yeah, you can feel it. So one gummy has 250 milligrams of, again, the dehydrated kava powder. It's not extract. This is 250 milligrams of the kava itself. So to kind of keep that in perspective, you would need 4 of these gummies to match one of these shots. Because again, this is a full gram. One gummy is 250 milligrams. But like Heidi was saying, I had one gummy just to try it. And again, we're experienced kava drinkers, and our tolerance is, so kava has a reverse tolerance. So the more kava you drink, the less you need to feel it. It's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, which is what's so amazing about kava.
Yeah. And so for us, since we drink so much kava, I can try a kava product and I can usually tell right away, like, this is kava in it. As far as the flavor goes, so it was mango flavor, and it tastes really good. I think my only, I would say, hit on this is they do artificially dye it with yellow number 5. And then that is, all right, so they also, the full ingredient list, right? So corn syrup, then they use pure cane sugar, which, we
prefer that. Yeah.
And then, they use a few other things, citric acid, sodium citrate. Those are just kind of things that help kind of like bind it and preserve it. So yeah, kind of my biggest hit, because again, got to get feedback on this, is probably just the artificial coloring. I don't really see a big reason to artificially color something like a gummy, because again, you're just kind of going for the effects of it. But I also understand why they're doing it, to make it visually appealing for people. That's just probably my own hit. Yeah,
but still, the calories are like nothing. So for one, I'm trying to even see. The calories for one gummy is 15 calories. So really not a big deal. And you shouldn't, be downing the whole bag in like one sitting anyways. And that's the only way you'd really have to worry.
It'd be pretty easy to down.
Yeah, it would be. So I will say, if you've listened to other episodes of us in the past, I am not a huge fan of mango. I don't like the real fruit, like the unadulterated mango. It kind of makes my mouth a little numb. I just don't really like the flavor. These actually taste really good. At first I was like, man, mango, I'm disappointed. But I'm like, I'll try it anyways. And it was actually really good. And you get this immediate numbing effect of your tongue, which if you drink kava, you know that's normal. And you always know that's a good sign that like this is good quality kava. So that was really cool as well, that you know this is actual kava, it's good kava, it's doing its thing, and your tongue is getting numb.
So you guys are going to witness our last.
Yes, these are our last
two that we have. So fallen soldier bag. All right, we'll put you rest in peace, buddy. You did this well. We're going to do a little bula.
All right. So guys, if you haven't already, try these out. Drop in the comments. Let us know what you think. We think these are going to be a game changer for the industry, and we think these are really high quality products. So we'd love for everyone to let us know what you think, and we will drop in the comments the website for you to order some for yourself.
All right.
All right, guys. Bula. So good.
Need another bag of this.
I know. We need to get more.
It legit tastes like candy.
That's why it gets dangerous. You got to hide them.
So again, guys, appreciate you watching. Talk to you next time.
Bye.
Welcome to Kava and Kettlebells, where we talk about kava, fitness, and life. Let's get kava-fied.